Good day. We are back in F125 and we are going to do some driving. This is me trying to work out YouTube. YouTube does not make it easy for you to monitor your stream. Think you'd start a stream and it would bring up a console and you could just manage that stream. I don't like using Twitch, but this is worse. But I don't like using Twitch, so I'm trying out YouTube. And if you think, well, why is it small on the screen? Because I do ultra wide when I'm in game. So I've been playing F1 games now since the beginning of 24, so just 18 months. I love the idea of the race. I love the idea of driving around a track fast. I'm about average, below average slightly. But I really enjoyed F123 for a period of time. But the only reason I stopped playing it is because everyone that I was playing with brought F124. Although F124 wasn't a huge amount of fun, I have to say. It was a grind. I've probably spent about 20 hours in F125 so far, and I would say 19 and a half of them have been huge fun. What I'm doing at the moment, what I thought I would do is I would just try and see what the different game options in the game are. What options are in the game that I never knew were in the game. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to move my microphone. So bear with me while I get used to YouTube. I do have the chat here. Typically, I'm not too. I don't get too much chat going on, but it's here, and I will check it. To the options: top chat, live chat, messages are visible. Okay, and then top chat. Some messages such as potential spam. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on top chat. I'm not expecting to get any chat. I'm just here to play the game. If you want to drop in and say hello, you're more than welcome. So what I'm doing, I'm in F1 World. What I love about this game, this iteration of the game, is the sound. It's just incredible. And I love the sound of the F1 World card to the point where what I thought I would do, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I don't know what it does, and I'm going to try and find out. I'm going to do all the career mode stuff and stuff like that. Complete 3 purple sectors in any game mode in Americas. I think I did, I can't remember what track I did. But what we'll go into is we'll look at how you get these missions and how you complete them. And there is stuff to do. It's quite interesting. So what we've got here is we've got the series here. Now the series is, if you've ever played F1, you'll probably see it here. But you can do stuff. What's this? Achieve your expected for Japan. So you're racing the other F1 cars. I have to say, and we'll go into that. The F1 cars are tough. I don't know how their skill correlates to the AI skills, but we'll work that out. But what you've also got as well is you've got these goals that you can select. You can see here, set the fastest lap on any. So you can build up. Bonuses which you can then use to boost your car. Now you can boost your car here, and I think it applies to the races you do in goals. But I'm not sure it particularly impacts that. So if you do a GP in this car, which you can do, then I don't think it powers it up there. But if you're in the F1 World Series, then it does power it up in there. I haven't got anything to add. I don't know how long I'm going to be diligently doing all this F1 World garage stuff, but at the moment I'm quite enjoying it. I'm understanding it a bit better. And because I enjoy driving this car so much, then I'm more invested in playing with that. So let's set ourselves some goals, because it might as well have some goals set. So you go up here, there's a whole bunch of people in your team, race control liaison, bonus goal. You have to buy these. I'm not sure how that works, but you can bonus goal. Don't know how you win that. Like, complete 10 clean sectors in any game mode at any track. Sounds decent enough. You select that, you buy it, and then that's an option. And then what you do is, if when you complete it, you get things to use in your garage. 3 legal overtakes, 10 clean sectors in multiplayer. We're not going to worry about that just yet. Multiplayer. Okay, so we're not going to do that. So that's control. Competition analyst. 2 races in ranked at any track. Done that. I've done one of those. Okay. Drive 10 miles in ranked at any track. I'll do that later. I will go into ranked. I quite enjoyed it yesterday. Ranked. Okay. Events. We'll do some ranked stuff. Drive 25 miles in single player at any track. Okay, you can do that. 2 races in single player at any track. Complete 5 clean laps in no. Complete 5 at Asia or Oceania tracks. Well, I'm largely going to be racing as dictated. Let's try that. And on. So that's her done. Reliability manager. Any time trial. Oh, okay, time trial. Right, let's go. Drive 25 miles in time trial at any track. Doink. Select that. Complete 10 clean sectors. Yep, we'll do that. And I'll go and do time trial now. Activate DRS 15 times. Oh God, I don't activate DRS myself. Complete 15 laps. Not at the moment. 15 laps at European tracks can do. In fact, I'll do European tracks. Complete 5 purple sectors in European tracks. And of course, these are fairly simple to do. You just go there and do them. Like, complete 5 purple sectors. You're going to complete a purple sector the first time you do it, I believe. So you just have to go to multiple tracks. So let's go to time trial now and do some of those. We're just going to time trial. I'm going to go in my F1 World Car, because why wouldn't I? Which tracks are considered to be European? Spain. I've done a lot of time in Spain. That's one of the ranked tracks of the week. Austria. Let's try Austria. It's got some good. Now, one of the things that I struggled with at the beginning of this is the handling model is very much like F123. Now, when I first started F123, I took the corners like I take corners in my Peugeot 107, which is I slow down almost to a stop and then go around it. And then F123 was replaced by F124 and everything I've learned about racing has largely been in F124, which means I've learned how to race using the F124 very grippy front wheel handling model, which means F125, the handling model, which isn't quite so grippy, I quite often understeer, going into corners, which can be a bit of a pain. And I'm still trying to get used to that. So, session info. Where was I again? Austria. Have I got a setup for Austria? Let's turn those overlays off for the moment. That overlay on the right is one I created. Thank you very much. Yep. It looks crap, but it's got the stuff I like to see. Did I create an Austria setup? Please wait. I'm going to have to switch my OBS for a second. Please bear with me. So I am still here. I am just making sure the setup I have for Austria using SRC or setups, they don't like to show their setups on screen. So let me edit this now. You can't see it, but that's with purpose. So I need to edit this, which is F3 and joint. No, this is so I didn't have posture set up. I'm just doing that now. It will take a couple of minutes. Take a minute or so. The SRC setups actually that I'm using, considering that the game is just released, they're excellent. It's interesting. They have the brake bias really low. Right, I can bring you back into the fold now. Right, okay. I need to get a proper SRC setup screen thing. Some people have overlays and stuff like that, but I'm just waiting for my stream to catch up with me before I carry on. Otherwise I could, there we go. Right, so let's go into the session. Let's have a drive around the track and see if we can. Okay, so first thing I need to do is, and that's the default position for the rear view mirror, like completely in the wrong place now. So these are the things you have to do. So we're in quali. I'm not going to change any of that. I am just going to change this for the time being. These are all the things you do. This does not need to be particularly big. Nor does this. Typically I have it a bit bigger. I think it's about 80. And I put it up there. I don't have it at the top, but that's about right. I have this up here. I don't resize it. Get that up there as well. These can all be in the same place. So all the meta for the actual race, I'm not going to touch. I disable that. I know when I'm going the bloody wrong way. So that's the stuff on the side. I don't need to worry about that. Oh, the only thing I would now change is the MFD panel if it's available. Oh no, I would do this as well. And I have this set up to be just right next to the rear view mirror. Right, doink. This is, yeah, I scale this down. Bring this over here. I will typically have this open quite a lot, but the actual bit that appears doesn't sit. Yeah, it doesn't take over the screen, and that's why I have my overlay, which gives me the tire temps and all that sort of stuff. Right, okay. So the big test will be this corner up here, see whether I can. Yeah, baby, that's perfect. Probably the last time I get it right. I'm very cautious on the throttle. So that should be 3 purple sectors. So this is with DRS but no ERS. You have to get your trail brake just right. It really forces you to be trail braking as you turn. Feels like I'm going about 100 miles an hour. Well, I'm passing that. Faster time even though it's validated. Validated there. I need to be better on the throttle coming out. I was watching Brandon Lee yesterday and he was like 60%. Right out, straight out of the corner. Appreciate he knows what he's doing. Too much speed there, but never mind. Throttle much faster there. Mind you, I'm still in the front. I'm only 300 behind. Lose all my speed here. be more seamless. Yeah, it's so easy to do that. Get your trail braking wrong. That's the time on this lap done. So you're using the acceleration coming out of the corner to rotate the car. This will probably be high 8 or low 9. Or 10s, or invalidated. Oh, it's the clean laps thing we need to do as well. Right. Let's start concentrating on doing clean laps. This is a dead lap anyway. Get out of here! Well, I must have invalidated, but I don't believe it. Well, I'm a bit traumatised by all the invalidations, all the track and that. Now, I'm sure that when we look at this, I'll be... Because you see, you go to this now, this looks like just a little... You see here that I'm inside this. So let me look at... change camera. Let me change camera. Okay, that's not what I had in mind. Yeah, and that's just doing the same thing. What's the change camera button? Let's try. Oh. Ouch. So let's try it from here. Let's left or right? Cursor keys? Right, okay. Yeah, so I cut it. I cut it big time. So I can't go back any further, but you can see there I invalidated officially. Return to garage. So what I've got to do is it 10 clean laps or 25 miles or something like that. So let's go back to the track and concentrate not on getting the fastest lap, but clean lap. And maybe in the process I think that DRS thing looks like it's a magic spell of some kind. Wow. And there you go. See that? 3/10 up. Well, but I couldn't tell you what I did. I love the sound of the gear change. I know I could be on the accelerator. Okay. See, I need to work out my point of turning in there. Fastest lap again. So you're not turning the car with the car, turning the car by accelerating. Right. Again. It's fine. So just turning in just before that red square ends. So I got the braking slightly wrong. I was scratching the leg. Right. So I could turn it a little bit earlier. I feel like I could be throttled down earlier, but a bit of brake and throttle there, just transitioning. Wow, 106. Do it this time. Just couldn't get the rotation in there. I came on the, I went on the accelerator too quickly there, on the throttle, and I understeered. But just like that millisecond between releasing the brake and letting the car sort of settle, and then getting on the accelerator throttle. I'll be interested to see how much brake I have there. Right, let's end that session, and then let's see. It used to be that you could watch your time trial for fastest lap or the whole session in like camera mode, but replay fastest lap 4. If only I knew what button 4 was. It's going to be one of these. Okay. And button 11 to get rid of the menu. Nope. Okay. Don't make life difficult for me. 11 is eyes off. Oh, 11. That's, yes, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. When you're racing, of course, it looks like you're going super fast. Where you're processing the information, it feels like you're going super fast. But in reality, probably not. So the way I've got the offset pod set up is from the settings that Brandon Lee did in his video about setups for F125, and it works really well. I had my FOV set much further back, but this feels much more intuitive. The only trouble is you're so close into the car. Oh, that's where we are there. Yeah, okay. See where I turn in. Yeah. Game looks beautiful. Oh, that's one thing I was going to do. Let me go to. Can I do the settings? No. Can I go to settings here? Yes. Is one of my other favorite YouTubers, Arava, I think his name is. Arava, I think that is his name. Graphic settings. He said that I found that the gamma on it is light. And he said and I did think that. He said he put the gamma down by 10. And when I was looking at the setup screen, it did that as well. It looked a bit light. And like some of the tracks, you can barely see the track itself. Right, go to track. Oh, what I was going to do is let's do 5 more laps. See, that looks much more saturated, eh? I want to make my menu a bit smaller. I can do that very easily. I can go to no, not that. I can go to no, that. Edit layout. This is the amazing thing about this is SimHub. This is, did I tell you that this is the overlay I created? Yep. I can save that layout now. Okay. So everything I liked about Race Labs, but you control it. SimHub is fantastic. I am going to buy the full version. I'm currently just doing the to get chat back. There we go. So I've changed the gamma down. Yeah, it looks much prettier. And I made my menu a bit smaller. I think that's about the right size. I'm going to change the background from black. God, just scared the living daylights out of me. My door opened. I'm in the house alone. So, clean laps. Wow, I've got that perfection. This won't be the fastest lap, but it was a clean lap. I thought I put the mirror at the top, close to it. When I review this, I'm not cool. But when I watch it on YouTube, I'll check to see how much acceleration I had coming out of the corner. Yep. Got that wrong. I'm not going to do I'm not going to do a lap, 2 laps. Let's see. Let's end session. So now what we do is we go back to the F1 World menu. Yeah, just by dropping the gamma by 10, it looks much more luxurious, doesn't it? Much more saturated is probably the right word. So yeah, my overlay, I'm just going to change the background so it's a bit more opaque. Right, so gearbox, invitational, I don't know what they are yet. Contract strategist, gearbox, money, fan points. That does earn you stuff. So we can see here we've completed some goals. So we go here, complete 5 clean laps and tile trial, tick. Wait 5 minutes for it to communicate with the server. Complete 10 clean sectors in any game mode, any track, tick. Drive 25 in single player, any track, tick. I did 25 miles. Wow, I guess, what's it? Probably 3 miles, 3 miles per track. Drive 25 miles in time trial any track. Cool. So I killed two birds with one stone. They complete 10 clean sectors. And of course, there's 3 sectors per lap. 5 purple sectors in time trial. Well, it's easy because all I have to do is go to Europe and beat my lap best time. Well, you get 3 sectors for setting a lap time in the first place. So that's how all that works. So that's pretty cool, eh? So I could set the final fastest lap. Oh, the final fastest lap. Okay, yeah. So set the fastest lap of the race 2 times in any game mode, any track. Best way to do that would be in F1 World Series. Complete 2 races in ranked at any track. Complete 2 races in single player at any track. Okay. Right, I can do that next, I think. And then I can try and set that as well. 15 laps in time trial at European tracks. Oh, I only did 13. Okay, we'll do that. Complete 15 clean in any game at any track. So I need to do 3 more clean laps. There you go. We'll do Australia purely because let's do the Red Bull. Because that's the car that I race when I'm not F1 welding it. I love the sound of it. I love the sound of the F1 weld car. I love the gear shifts. It sounds so Senna. If you listen to Senna changing the gears on those old videos, it's what it sounds like. It reminds me of that. So it's very evocative. Right. Session info. Load setup. Load car setup. Doink, 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 doink. Austria, yeah. Okay, go to track. So, I need 3 clean laps. Here's the first one. Right. They just sound beautiful. Oh. Not worried about the fastest time. I can now For the purposes of this video, just exit out now and go back to that, and it should give me those bonus points. So it's something. What of course it does is it gives you car upgrades, which I'll now go in and show you in the garage, and then you can apply those in the garage. I don't completely understand it, to be honest, the way the garage works, and it's got contracts and stuff like that, and you have a principal and they have a power up, but then you give them a contract and kind of. Oh, so we did that. Like, oh, complete 15 laps in a European track. So didn't I do the other one? Complete 15 clean laps at any game mode, at any track. I did 3 clean laps. It came up and said 3 clean laps. Never mind, I'm not going to go back now. Weekly goal, complete 10 clean races in any game mode. Ooh. Win 25 races. I've won 11 races. Okay, I have. But I would say 8 of those were in the first games in F1 World, which is they all go into there's 3 laps, and on the second lap, all the cars go into the pit. Give you the race. Complete a race at tech level 900. Complete a race. Okay, well I can do that. Complete 50 goals from the same vendor. Well, I'm obviously doing that, but I don't know how. Complete 250 races. I've done 31 races. A lot of 10 of those were. I have been in this. Achieve your expected finish 30 times. Yeah. Win 50 races. I'm not very good at winning races unless they're. I can set the AI super low, but that kind of race after attaining a safety rating of A. Okay, right. So what else can we do? Let's win 2 races any game mode at any track. Let's try that. We can do that. Win 2 racing game mode. Yeah. Finish on the podium 2. Well, that would be the same thing, wouldn't it? Okay. Complete 2 races any game mode at any track. Complete 2 races in any game. Okay, we can do that. Complete 10 clean laps in the game mode at any track. Oh, sounds like we did that already, didn't we? But okay. Complete 10 clean sectors in any game mode. Yeah, we can do that. It all sounds a little bit repetitive. But activate no, we don't. Can't do that. Well, we can do, but I haven't got a button for that at the moment. Right. Okay. So let's do stuff. So series. What does this want us to do? Night races. Singapore. Okay, 3 lap races, exploring some of the night. I don't know how far. Oh, I've gone quite good on my even my time trialing. Interestingly, because I did in the time trial, I did those clean laps and sectors, all those missions for the series. I get my license points, and I am going for level A, right? Because I want to see whether it impacts how you select setups in ranked races. So let's do this. Yeah. So these are going to be quite difficult actually, but if they all go into so this is a 3 lap race. Let's see what the game wants us to do, because I've done you start in 20th. And on a track like Singapore, it says, you need to come 10th. And getting past 10 cars on this track is somewhat problematic.
Welcome along, everybody, to our latest F1.
In 3 laps.
Lots of names.
I don't believe I'm going to be able to choose a setup, but we can check. 2 car setup. No, I can just select. So this is the lowest downforce, I believe. So let's just give it a go. Let's see what this is like. I'm going to keep it clean. You didn't see that. Ah, we're only interested in the XP. Can't cover the bloody track now. Okay. I messed up that corner royally. Oh, God. Trying to overtake around Singapore. You know, it's like... You know what? I can't get around that corner to save my bloody life. Especially with this new handling model. This is a futile task.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head
Right.
down.
I have to say, sod that. I need to be much better at using... trying to force yourself to go past 10 cars in 3 laps in Singapore. If you're not that good at the handling model, is futile. And I'm not going to waste my time doing it and just wind myself up. I will practice Singapore. I will do that track, but I ain't doing it right now. So what's this? Red Bull. Tsunoda. Let's make life a little bit easier for ourselves. Let's put this to 10. Because the AI race Japan, the AI is super good in F1 world. I don't know why. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't go to the garage and add my upgrades. Let's do this race and then we'll go back and go to the garage and do the upgrades. Yeah, it's a different...
Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to our latest F1
Oh,
World
it's
event.
got the
So many
LiDAR stuff,
stories
hasn't
up
it?
and down the grid,
It
but
looks
there can only be
prettier.
one winner. Let's run you through the driver grid order for
This will be
today's
interesting.
exciting race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position. Well,
I'm
Anthony
second.
Davidson...
Ooh. Am I? Yes. No. Okay, I'm third. Right. Car setup. I can load my own setup. That's good. Just go with that. If it turns out I've got first. Obviously, I haven't quite mastered takeoff yet. Let's try that again. It remembers your setup. Okay, yeah, we got that. Thank you. Thank you. Starting to lose patience with this a little bit now. Okay, that's I was overtaking the car, but it's my lack of ability or race savviness. I was so busy concentrating. I messed that up.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Wow. 3 laps.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
What happened there? Did I get stuck on the? Did I get stuck on it, or it felt like the old? It felt like the old. The car jams in behind you, but the AI is so much better on this now. If I go like this. Okay, you're funny. You're funny. You're funny. that hot lap on the whole time. Ahead of Piastri by more than 1 second. But actually I haven't really had 3, but don't tell anyone about. Fast forward and rewind. Right, okay. I was trying to manage. I'd realised that I hadn't changed the ERS down. So then I started to try and manage the ERS, but then I've got 3 buttons here, and the button to go ERS down is the middle button. And of course I was concentrating on that and then messed that up big time. Yeah. Let's see if we can make it 5. What's good about this is it feels like you have total control. What have I got total control over the coming out of the corner using the accelerator, and it's a balance. I got carried away there, but it was the last lap.
We have to remember these days.
So you have total control coming out of the corner.
Enjoy them as long as
Do
they
you
last.
feel
I love
the
you guys.
turn? The tightness of the turn
Okay,
is,
good
is
stuff. We hit our
corresponding
target position
to
today. Can't
your
ask for too
steering
much more than
angle
that.
and
Well
the
done.
amount of acceleration you put. So I put that down to 10. It was 18. Probably the tech level could be 14. Tech level 900?
Another action-packed Japanese. The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic.
I don't know whether that's That means I need to get the car up to that level? Right, okay.
Well, what
I'm not going
happened
to
on the
watch
track
replay. You'll be
today
glad
will
to know.
surely, no doubt, come back to excite
And I
us
got the
once
fastest
more.
lap.
These drivers competing throughout the season
Which
and
was a
giving us
thing.
brilliant entertainment.
Right. Okay, let's go back to the garage. Let's have a look at the garage. So we've been streaming for just over an hour. So why can't I just make the menu that big all the time if I've got an ultra wide? But no. Right, insight. No, the key insight is meant to be good. Tire wear data is always good. Right, so let's go. So we can see that our goals here have done 15 clean laps. Good, thank you. I got those 2 laps I didn't do at Austria. 10 clean sectors, nice, thank you very much. Right, so all this contributes to what you have in the car. So I can now go to the garage. I see I've got 4 new items. I should have more than that. Next, so if when you click next, it doesn't delete it or anything. It just makes it available. I haven't got anything special. So team. Contract 5 events cash bonus at low level. At low level. Cash bonus at low. That's not very good. If I can change that, I will. What's this one? Downforce when starting in the top 10. And what's this? Nothing. God knows what I just did. I don't understand that. So, I don't understand that. I thought I did that one. Contract 10 events. That's what I had, wasn't it? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. You know, I thought I just assigned that, but it doesn't want me to do it for some reason. I have no idea. Why can't I just can I dismantle this? And now I've got nothing. Signed contract. Oh, I have to do a sponsor contract, do I don't know what the... I don't know. Okay, so what I equip this, is that right? Contracts cannot be assigned to common upgrades. Right. Whatever. Assign a contract. You know, there are times when I'm just stupid. I know that. I appreciate that. But it says assign a contract. Right, okay. Now it's done. Why couldn't it have just done that when I was in the other menu? I'm not going to get myself worked up about it. High tie wear events. What that means, I don't know. See, it's sort of a bit crap. Oh, so this highlight is not even for that anyway. Commander. Well, okay. So what's it saying? I've got new things. Right, can I boost the tech level here? Yep. Cool. I've boosted it. What's going on here then? So I can make this better. Yep. Let's dismantle this. So, +1 tire durability, which I think is what I had on the other one. Equip. So I should be able to engineer car parts at some point. But, oh, okay, brakes, blueprint. So I can manufacture epic brakes. Let's do that. Nice, so I can't do any more research unless I get 4K tire wire data, okay. But at the moment I've got epic brakes. Can I boost the tech level on these? Can. I can do it again, but do I want to? I don't know. So I guess this is all to do with upgrading bits on your car. You know, I don't understand all the contracty bits. I guess I'll work it out if I keep doing it enough. So it says engineering. Yeah, okay. Whatever. So what am I going to do now? Let me do a ranked race. I have a couple of things for ranked races. Play and series. Nope. I've been enjoying these. I think the main reason I like it is that sometimes it can be a bit like Death Race 2000, but you have quite low. It's quite hard to get damage. Viewing the home of Nick. Is Nick a developer? Is he? Just he got lucky with his EA names. And then, yeah. What I'll do is, I think I might have a try at Singaporean time trial. But getting that corner sorted is like the most difficult thing. It was the most difficult thing for me to do in F124. I never raced it in F123. I only raced it for the first time about 4 months ago, Singapore, because it was just so daunting. Especially that bridge section. Oh, what I remember now, I'm thinking it is because you're turning and braking on that, just coming off that bridge. You're only doing like 40% brake anyway. You're not jamming the brakes on because you'll just lock them up and just go into the barrier at the end like I did. Right, okay. We'll do 2 ranked races and see where we're at. And then I might do like a local GP race. Like a solo. Because that's what it wanted me to do as well, actually. What I might do is just do some 5-lap solos, quick quali 5-lap solos on a fairly low AI. I'm just grinding. So it'd be interesting because the AI I was competitive against was 80 to 85. It was 85 some tracks, 80 other tracks on F124. So it'd be interesting to see where I'm at. Spain, I love Spain. I don't think I'm going to be able to load setup note, but I'll go with that. And we're in our F1 World Cars. I don't know whether they're all equal performance or whether your power-ups make a difference. Sorry. Okay, well, not terrible. It was.
Okay, mate, good clean racing today. The car's good to go again. Unfortunately, we didn't get the result.
See, I
We'll do
don't.
better next time.
That's a bug, I think, because it was quali, mate. The race isn't over. So I got 1 point in my silver division. Wow, that must mean that I got top 10, I think. Let's have a look. Where am I? 12th. Okay. Right, there we go. Well, 12th out of fairly full grid. Can't see the rest of the grid, never mind. Too shabby. Right. Now, usually the first 4 corners of any of these ranked races is like death race 2000, but try our best to avoid it, but sometimes you just can't. But there is a better class. It's better than open lobbies, I would say that. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. I probably could have seen that just from the weather report. It's going to make it interesting. I'm not very good at rain, so I'll probably come last. But missed my braking point. The guy was on my tail, but mostly me.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, clear. Tyre condition still looking good.
Keep getting. Need to accelerate to rotate.
Green flag.
Understeer. I came on the I haven't got that corner right, have I? I was a little bit afraid to brake, but I think I could have been better. I could have been stronger on the brakes. It's all a learning process. It's huge fun. I like to say it's not as Death Race 2000 as it is. Look, I didn't come last. Hurrah! In reality, if I hadn't spun off on lap 3, I would have been good there, probably for 12th or 13th, I would say.
Okay, good clean racing today. That's a positive. But on the flip side, we didn't make our target, did we?
No, well, I'm not so hot on these targets, mate. I'm just trying to have fun, so you could be less bloody Victorian. Thank you very much. Everyone has that phone meme or whatever it is. I didn't get any points, I don't think. Boo. I've got 23 points, though. Right. That was fun, though. I enjoyed that. It's all about getting used to it, isn't it? Oh, I did. Did I get 11 points? Maybe. There we go. I always get cleanest driver. That's like, it's like in your female friendship circle, you're the nice guy, which means you're in the friend zone, but that's about it. Right, okay. So 127, that wasn't bad actually. What was my fastest lap? Probably about 145. 132. Oh, so I was only 5 seconds behind. Considering, I've done 2 races in the rain. It looks good as well, though, eh? In the rain. I'm glad I did that gamma setting. I think that gamma setting was perfect. Just picks out the darker colours in the game, and you see everything better. Invitational. I'm going to work out what they are, but right. See what else we can get up to. I'm going to turn the game up here. And I might, if I remember rightly, actually, I might just turn it down. Don't want to turn it down too much in the game because I don't typically talk during a race, so you're going to have muted P17. I do tend to review all my videos, like the racing videos, to see if I can learn something, like on the line and stuff like that. Oh, my home, JBG Distracted. Look at that, the deliveries of my cars and I've got in the background. I never mind it if there's only like 10 or... I wouldn't mind it. I was in a lobby yesterday and there was me and one other guy or one other player, and I was quite happy racing that one player, but they were a second and a half faster than me in quali, so they dumped out of the race. Oh, but yeah, it wouldn't have been much of a challenge for them. Right, car setup. It's not going to give us anything that we can do anything about. So I guess this is going to be... It was Spain, Canada. What's the other track? I've forgotten now. Might be Spain again. It's not Canada because that would be the maximum downforce. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it is Spain. Actually says on the screen. Okay. Ironically, only a little bit faster than I was in the other race.
Well, we didn't hit the target today, so
Oh,
there's definitely
shut
room
up.
for improvement there, but you did bring it home cleanly, so I'll take that.
Okay, fourth. Probably there's only 4 people in the lobby, but I'll take fourth. Oh, okay. Or usually I finish fourth and find out everyone else DNF'd. At least I wasn't disqualified, eh? So, given that time and my position, and that I should, if I don't mess up, finish in the top 20. Right. What I want to do is get onto the left-hand side of the track.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
I wasn't trying to overtake him, I was trying to force him into making an error. But I have not quite got that sorted.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
If we can beat my personal best.
Caution, caution. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow
So I
flags.
was like 1/10 behind my. That wasn't too bad. I probably did the first fastest lap with my full DRS at the beginning of the race. I wasn't last, but like I
The
think
racing was clean, and I'm really pleased about that. But we have got to work on moving through the field quicker.
Yeah, well, the trouble is, they're all quicker than me, mate. So I started fourth, I finished fifth. I spun off and I lost, I think, at least 2 places to that. So, you know, I haven't quite, these breaking points and the trail braking is so important now, especially as you blend it with the acceleration coming around these corners, and I'm just not practiced at it yet. So I'm getting it right. I'd probably say 60 to 70% of the time, but I'm not quite there yet. Previous points, 23 points. You total 23. Wow, I'm tearing this place up. There you go. Look, cleanest driver. GBG distracted is Mr. Nice Guy. Fifth, I was 12 seconds behind the leader over 5 laps, so that's like over 2 seconds per lap. Either they have, or they could just be good. If I end up having a good one of these races, let me do one more ranked race. If I do a good one of these races, I saw that you can export video, and the exported video allegedly is 3D. So you can upload it straight to YouTube, and anyone watching YouTube can actually rotate around. How cool is that? Like, view the race in complete 3D. I'm going to do that, but apparently it just takes forever. So you select a race, like a 1 lap race takes over an hour, I think. So, or 1 lap takes about an hour. So it's going to take some investment in time, but right. So where are we at now? Nearly 2 hours. So let's do another ranked race. I might have a break, and then I'm going to come back and do a few solo races, GPs, and then we'll see where we're at there. I have to work tomorrow, so that'll probably be at least another half hour. So people are dropping out of this, I think, because there's not enough players. I might just have to take a break and see how it goes. Now it's starting to go up again. I'm okay with six people. Spain. Well, fancy that. So this will be my last ranked race, which will get me those bonuses from that. The only way I'll do another ranked race is if I actually get my A license. See whether the setups are used. I'm just going to go straight to track. Wow. 115.
Well, it was good, clean racing today, but just not fast enough. We didn't hit that target.
Oh, shush, old matey. My goodness. Someone needs to fix you. It was the bloody quali lap. Right. I don't know what all those stats on the bottom left-hand side mean. Silver 1 division +1. +1 what? Oh, for being in silver. Wow. So this is a fast. So I'll be lucky to come 5th. So I should consider that to be an achievement, actually. Oh, good luck, bum nugget. Cool. 7th place already.
Okay, DRS is now available. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Wow, he's catching me on that corner, eh? Thank you, Bofo. So It's all well and good squeezing yourself in, but if you don't knock the other car to the fucking side. I should take note of that though. I had him the rest of the track. Two laps, I noted.
Okay, well we missed out on the target
Oh.
today, didn't we? But on the flip side, I suppose the car's in good shape.
Change your tune, mate, because I'm not interested. I'm sure I've just got critical updates, not giving me shit at the end of a race updates. So I was hoping to get a... Oh. I don't know. I didn't even get Mr. Nice Guy award. So yeah, that guy was faster than me on coming out on that first corner, but taking me out like that. But, you know, 3 pretty decent races there without too much interference. It's not like, it was not like open lobbies where basically they've got RPG strapped to the side of the gun, the chassis. Right, okay, I'm going to take a break there. And I will be back and on. Let's have a look at our goals. What have I picked up here? I did my Complete 2 Racing ranked. Yes, I did. Thank you. Complete 2 Racing, any game mode I did, it was ranked. Complete 10 clean laps in a game mode. Wow, I did 10 clean laps, did I? Cool. Set the final fastest lap of a race 2 times, and I've done it once. Okay, so I'll do that when I come back. I will be back in just a few seconds. Minutes. A few seconds. And minutes, the same thing. Right, I am back. I need to switch to the right mode. Go. So, cheers, Diet Coke all round. So this is what I thought I would do. 3 5-lap races, single shot quali. I have like a mini championship. I'm not going to stress myself too high, so it's going to be Australia. No, okay. Australia, China, Japan. First 3 races, 9 advance. Think. We have equal performance. I'm going to be Red Bull. I'm going to be Young Sonoda. Weather and time of day is going to be. I'm not going to race in the rain. Rules and flags. Yeah, that'll do. Rewind unlimited. I'm really only going to use rewind if I completely screw up. Remember, I'm still on the hunt for my A license. Weekend structure. 1 shot. Very short, which is 5 laps. Difficulty. See, the AI difficulty is different than the AI in F1 World. The F1 World car is so slow that AI 35 can beat an F1 World car. Tech level 10. I don't want to go too over the top. Let's go 75. Let's have some fun. If it turns out that the AI 75 is not fast enough, tech level 10, I'll just change it next time. But this is where we're at right now. Second to last corner at Australia
And a warm welcome, everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne.
is a
It's
corner I
Albert
struggle
Park,
with.
and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
Qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix, yes it is. Right, car setup, a doink. Load car setup, thank you. Australia, thank you very much. Tyre select, we don't need to do anything about that. Go to track. P18, that's awful. It wasn't a very good lap. Oh, silver division. That's my license level, isn't it? Okay.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
See, that's pretty fast. For, what was it? 70, 75, 119? Excuse me. Right.
So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon.
There probably will.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
I love that. I don't know why, but it's so good. Right. I don't know how. I don't know how anyone ever gets around the first bloody corner without and maintains position.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Covering myself in glory here, am I?
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Starting to get into the rhythm. Feels like we've been racing forever. Usually right on their tail.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Yeah, we have to talk after the race. Everyone is just like unacceptable. I know why it's slow.
Oh.
Here's the checker flag, and our
Right.
winner has Landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
So that was 75 AI with 10 tech. I wonder whether that just takes it up to like 85.
To win like
If that's
that
what
in
it felt
total
like.
dominant style, that was a fantastic drive, and it is not one that we see very often.
Well, I don't know about you, but
Well, it's going to be hard for me to win the championship now, eh? Looks amazing on screen.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who
Oh, where
joined
did you
us,
come?
and we'll see you for the next one.
Second to last. I'm not going to save that race replay. It took me about 3 laps to get to up to date with the bloody track.
Welcome.
China. I love China. Well, I love all the tracks actually. You know, I'm not necessarily very good at them. Oh. I've got an idea. Why don't I do that? Because I didn't load the bloody setup. Right, this will make all the difference, of course. Oh, 2, go to track. Here we go. Now they're in trouble. I don't like having the car in front of me either, by the way. Got me out of the corner. Oh, come back! Come back! What a
Okay,
save!
good job, mate. Really, really well done.
What
That
a
was a fantastic
save.
drive. Bring it home.
It's my pride on the edge everywhere, to be honest.
Good. There we go. We had a talk after the last race, and there we go. It made a difference. I was going for it there. Looks gorgeous, the game, eh? So I'm uploading at 8 megabits per second. It's pretty amazing.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started.
Wow,
Make sure to join us again for
Verstappen, two
Lights
tenths
Out
behind me.
tomorrow.
I think I got it on that last corner. I'm really glad that the race is only 5 laps because I don't think I could stand racing against them, but because they're gonna be up my ass for the whole race. 5 laps, see if we can survive. I think
Let's
I
run you through
did.
the driver grid order for
I came out
today's
to that first
exciting
corner
race.
quite well. Then he caught me, didn't he? At
Yuki
one of the
Tsunoda
corners.
lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up along.
Ugh. Right, no shenanigans, Max.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
I'd be more positive. Okay, radio check. Good to go. Right, okay.
Now use DRS. DRS now available.
Stay where you are, Max. Don't you come, mate.
tyre condition still looking good.
Short shifted there. Made a huge difference. This is fun. It almost wasn't. Typical.
Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent
I did get a
drive.
podium.
The whole team have worked
I
especially
might have got the
hard this
fastest lap, I
weekend,
don't know,
and
but,
that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
You did good
But
job.
I messed up that last corner, didn't I? That right, what that last corner before the
It's
straight.
another victory and a champion's
I almost spun
performance
it.
from Max Verstappen.
Well, they
Oh,
showed true grit out there today.
that's amazing. I was just thinking, I've got this that corner especially is so easy to spin. Just coming out of that straight and then you took that sort of zigzag.
Well done.
Well, it's
I've been
a
thinking,
long
oh,
way.
I've got this perfect, and then at the last one, I just tried to give it a little bit too much, thinking Verstappen, and I had a good lead on him. Verstappen effect. That was huge fun, though.
It's been an absolutely wild
Oh,
weekend
he got
of
the
Formula One
fastest lap
action,
by
and I
1/10.
can't wait to see what's next.
295, no, 400ths. He got the fastest lap by. Hell. Bloody Verstappen. Save full race. I'm not going to watch the full race now. That was huge fun. Huge fun. That's amazing how just one little slip, one little mistake.
A
Canada.
warm welcome, everybody, from a venue
Oh,
that is
Japan. Right. I don't think I'm going to be as successful, well, I say successful here. This setup didn't quite work out for me. The last race, it was a bit all over the place going through the S's. See what we can do with it. Right, let's restart that session. For some reason or other, I was so concentrated on pressing the buttons to get all sorted out, I forgot to take my foot off the accelerator. There you go. Which is why I went wide. Shall we try that again?
What the trouble, man? What?
I'm not particularly I don't suppose he was happy with that, which means they're not complimentary, are they, these a lot of these voice messages? I don't understand what he's saying.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup
So
for
I
the
was
big
only
race tomorrow.
4
Be sure to join
tenths
us then
behind.
for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Goes to show how one track you can be super fast and the other track at the same AI setting you can be slow, of course. It all depends on your ability. This track is quite difficult. So my aim as I go around this track is to try and drive with the pack and whittle away where I can, but not to mess it up. Okay, that's a learning lesson.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Yes, I
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, clear.
Yes. Wow. I've all but given up trying to overtake the Astro. I'm trying to make sure I stay ahead of Albon. My last lap failings. Just I came off the I went on the accelerator too early there. Oversteered me.
Good job, guys.
Honestly, it's a phenomenal achievement, and all of these drivers giving you all the respect that you deserve. You've been absolutely head and shoulders above the rest this year. Outstanding.
Oh, Max. Okay.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
Yeah, it's interesting. 2025. I think Max is driving the best I've ever seen him drive.
They can't get ahead of themselves.
In all my years of
way to
watching
go.
Max. Just 2, 3. I have watched all
From
the Need for
lights
Speed
out to the
episodes.
checkered flag, each and every driver has this
Okay,
moment
so
in the back of their mind.
I don't know how I ended up
Now it's time for their
sixth then.
celebrations. Our podium, it awaits. And for those...
I started in 8th. I overtook Albon. Someone else must have
After
dropped
an
out or
event like
something.
that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Yeah, so I'm prone to making mistakes towards the back end. It's almost like the wall is rushing up of the finish line, and I just like my brain just, or I'm busy thinking of other things and mess up with something. So how I went up, I'd have to watch the race again, which I will do off stream. That's the third race. So where did I come in the Drivers' Championship? Oh, fifth in the Drivers' Championship with 26 points. Whoa. That was that 1 second place, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I did get points. I didn't get points in the first race, but I got points in the second race. I came second and I got points in the... That's cool. Fifth. Yeah. I am having so much fun with this game. So much fun. Well, that's nearly 3 hours now, so I'm going to call it a day there. So thank you very much for anyone that watched this or will watch it in the future. It'll be available on my channel. I'm not actively trying to become a YouTuber. I'm just recording events that I enjoy doing in games for prosperity. And I hope you enjoyed. So let me select it. Let me just finish off. Okay, invitational. Okay, I don't know what that means. Right, goals. What did I do? Set the final fast lap on race 2 times. Okay, I didn't know I did that. Complete 2 races in single player at any track. Done. Finish on the podium 2 times in any game mode. Did I finish on the podium? Well, I finished once. Okay, never mind. I don't count the... Right, so let's come out of here. Let's come out of here. Let's just finish up by going to the garage. Have we got some upgrades? 4 new upgrades. What are they? And then... Not... No. 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 So nothing really to shout out about there. So let's just dismantle. I'm not going to change the current thing that we've got. Yep. Okay. Well, like I said, thank you for watching. That was huge fun. I'll hopefully see you in the next... Oh, what? No, hang on. Well, the very last thing. Oh. How do I see what my license level is? Now I can see, but I think you have to... Ah, there we go. So I'm almost level A. There we go. Right. We'll have to do that next stream. I'm streaming with AD Hawkins tomorrow, which will be streamed here live on YouTube as part of Grey Ops. So check in tomorrow, Friday, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7, 8:30. See you anon. Bye-bye.